I'm Kremer with the New York State School Boards Association. How are you?
Good, Ashley. How are you?
Good. So what do you expect tomorrow? Tomorrow's the big day. We're doing the State of the State and the budget, which is, pretty important for education.
I know it's phenomenal that both of them are going to be presented at the same time. We've always considered that the governor had this opportunity to put lots of policy initiatives in his budget proposal, and now actually it's all right there. The venue's perfect for this. And of course, he's made it clear that public education is at least one of his top priorities.
Right. It's definitely going to be maybe the biggest issue, at least in the budget season. So
we fully expect that.
What do you expect to come out of tomorrow?
Well, I think obviously state aid for public education is part of that budget address.
Right.
But my expectation is he will take advantage of that possibility of putting policy initiatives within and tie a lot of strings to that state aid. My expectation is he's going to say, this is a part of a funding stream linked to property taxes, and he'll talk about his property tax credit or circuit breaker. He may talk about things such as teacher evaluations, low-performing schools, charter schools. All of those things, I think, could be mixed into a budget presentation.
Right. What kind of effect is all these property tax cuts, circuit breakers, the addition of last year's property tax cuts? What kind of effect is this going to have on schools?
It's yet to be determined to what extent the property tax credit that we expect he will propose tomorrow, I don't know to what extent that's revenue neutral for school districts.
Okay.
But it is going to eventually, when it's phased in over a 4-year period, it's going to cost the state estimated $1.7 billion. And that's got to come out of a pot that is limited. So to what extent some state aid or other sorts of resources that would typically go to public education are supplanted by that, we don't really know. But I can tell you that this property tax credit that he's proposing, which is aimed at people who have a significant amount of their income going towards property taxes, can't argue against the righteousness of that proposal. But this is the third time in a row where he has basically sent a message to local government officials: I am expecting you, and I don't trust that you will, stay at or below the property tax cap. First we had the cap,
right.
Then we had the tax freeze, now we have the tax credit, and it's like, okay, we get it. And that's particularly true for school boards because we have to put our budgets up for a vote. So we kind of have this built-in cap because we need voter approval. And that's not easily done these days.
Right. I know that most school budgets are approved by and large, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If you stay at or below the cap, you're almost guaranteed passage. I think the last couple of years have been like 96, 97, 98%. If you try to exceed it and need that super majority of 60% to do so, your chances of passing that drop significantly.
I always feel like it's an interesting kind of dichotomy with voters and parents where property taxes are a huge problem, but at the same time, those same people say, but I want more school funding for my children. And it's kind of always a constant battle. And, it makes you think that maybe there should be a better way.
There probably should be. What you just identified, what school boards deal with every single day. Our job is to put forward this high-quality program at a price the community can afford.
Right.
And I would suggest to you that the governor is probably saying, in his own way, the same thing. I want quality at an affordable price. That's our challenge. We would like to work, actually, in cooperation with the governor on this, but we do sense that through this angry, kind of aggressive approach, he continues to send this message: I don't trust you guys to really hold down property taxes unless I force that to happen, or at least incent the voters to hold you accountable. He's doing a pretty good job at that because we are very rarely going forward with a supermajority required vote that is higher than the property tax cap in each district.
Right. Well, we'll have to see what happens.
We're looking
Tim,
forward
thank you
to
for
it.
joining us.
Thank you so much, Anthony.